episode of the podcast. I'm Lauren Janssen, a communications specialist at the College of Design and host of today's program. I'm joined in the studio today by two of our outstanding students, Boluwarin Ojo, who is a junior in our industrial design program, and Ella Janssen, a junior in our graphic design program. Thank you both for joining me here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes, I'm really excited about this conversation. So Boluwarin and Ella were both winners of the 2025 College by College Pitch-Off hosted by the ISU Papa John Center for Entrepreneurship last month. This competition invites students from all majors and departments to pitch their new or existing business ideas to win a cash prize. Obviously, both of you guys made it to the finale. Very exciting. So I'll start with you, Bolu. You won first prize in the existing business category for your project, No Spark, and to my knowledge, you are the first person from the College of Design to get first place in this competition. What does this honor mean for you?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So first of all, I didn't know it was the first, so that's really cool. But yeah, I think winning first place for me was just like a really big shocker. When they called my name, I literally like kind of froze. 'Cause I was like what? Like, is this real life? Like, I just was doing this for fun, but I think it was just really cool because, like, this idea started in class, and, like, for it to actually, like, for people to see the value in it was really, like, nice and, like, I don't know, validating in a way. So I think it was just, like, a really big moment for me. Like, okay, you got this. Like, you're on the right track. Keep going. So, yeah.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about your project and what inspired it?
Yeah. So I currently started an internship back in, like, July at a local welding shop here in Ames, and my biggest struggle was, like, how to protect my hair. We work in Spark, so, like, there's a lot of, like, flammable things going on. So I would just wear, like, a beanie, and that's just, like, flammable. So one day I was like, how can I, like, design something, or, like, what's out there to protect my hair? Like, I have dreadlocks, so, like, what kind of, like, fire-resistant cap that is long enough to cover all my hair? So it all started from there. I had an opportunity to actually, like, make this happen in a class project, and then it just kept going from there.
That's exciting. So we're going to pivot a little bit. So Ella, you received an honorable mention in the existing business category for your project Greenhouse. What does this recognition mean for you?
Yeah, I'd say it really kind of brought me a lot of reassurance. I've been working on this business for the past 8 months now, and it was really kind of reassurance that my business and this idea is viable. I know so much about design, and I've been in the design field for so long, but the world of business is completely new and foreign to me. So the fact that I was able to receive recognition in the business field was just kind of some really nice reassurance and a push forward. And I don't know, just kind of let me know that I'm on the right path, which is great.
Yeah. So tell me a little about your project. So it's kind of a branding agency, Greenhouse.
Yeah. So Greenhouse is a branding and design company where I work with consumer product-based businesses. And I help them develop brand strategies and visual identities to help grow their brand and solidify their brand foundations. Do a lot with packaging design, logos, fonts, colors, and kind of everything in between. Once I discovered both packaging design and branding design, I realized that was really kind of the path that I wanted for myself, and I realized I kind of had this opportunity to create the exact kind of future that I wanted, where I might not be able to find the exact projects I want to be working on, in another design firm. So I kind of took that opportunity to start working with clients, and that's what I've been doing kind of ever since.
Yeah, so both of these won in the existing idea category, correct? Yeah, so I guess prior, and I'll open this up to both of you, prior to the competition, how long were these projects in the works? How much before that?
Yeah. So I did this competition in February, and this project, I started back maybe, I think, was it like October or so? It was like a 5-week class project, so 5 weeks of dedicated work on it. But I mean, inspired this product, so I've been thinking about it for a while, just brainstorming it back since July. So what was the question again? Sorry.
No, how long before the competition were you ideating on this? Because I think you your agency's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing it for?
So I've been working on, I had my first client at the end of July, and I've had clients ever since. I kind of started, brainstorming and realizing this is what I wanted to do last summer. But I haven't actually been under my new official Greenhouse name. So that's kind of still in progress. something that I'm working towards, kind of solidifying, narrowing down my target audience, and kind of moving forward in that direction.
Yeah. Same for you, Bolu. So you said you started you said October?
Yeah, October, November thereabout is when it like initially like I really sat down, was like, okay, like what's out there, like doing my research intense. So like yeah, just around that time.
Have either of you participated in the pitch off before? What was the experience like?
I can start. This was my first time. I honestly just kind of did it to prove to myself that I could. I wasn't expecting anything out of it. So I was kind of excited to do something new. I was kind of realizing as I was going down this entrepreneurial path, I realized how awesome and how many opportunities we have at Iowa State for entrepreneurship. And so I realized I need to start kind of taking advantage of those. And so I just kind of did it. I did it, just because why not? And I didn't expect anything out of it, but I was excited. It was definitely very scary. I kind of had no idea what I was doing, but I had some good resources around me to kind of help me out. And I don't know, I'm very passionate about greenhouse. I'm passionate about design and what I do, so it's never been hard for me to talk about that kind of stuff. But just kind of figuring out what a pitch is like, what's the structure, all of those things was completely new, but I learned so much. My first pitch to my second pitch, they were actually completely different. I learned so much from the first one that I completely rewrote it. And I learned so much just from that experience in itself and the feedback from the judges and all of that. But I honestly was a lot less nervous than I thought I would be. And I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. And I would definitely plan on doing it again.
Yeah, good.
That's really cool.
Yeah, any revelations for you?
Yeah, so this is my very first ever like pitch. I've done a lot of I've done public speaking before, and like I'm pretty comfortable with that, but like, this is like my brainchild, so like this was really different, and like I know the ins and outs. So my experience was I was really nervous for sure. Like my first one, I was extremely nervous, but I had some time. Like I just watched the other pitches, and I was just like, wow, like these guys are like everyone has like a great idea. I was just like, there are no bad ideas out here, which is like really cool to see. And so I just went up there and I was like, I was shaking going up, but as soon as I started talking, like the nerve just went away. Like, this is my brainchild. I know it in and out. So just sell it. Like, just talk about it confidently, and they see the value, they see the value. And thankfully they did. And the second time around, I took back the feedback I got from the first round, implemented some new things just to make it even stronger. And again, really good resources out here in Iowa State. Like, I have advisors and mentees who I really appreciate, or mentors, I should say, that I really appreciate. That kind of helped me out. So second round, I just went up again, did what I could, and I was really nervous. You just really don't know. Like, everyone has really, really strong pitches, and like I said, they called my name, and I like froze, and I was like, what? Like, so it was a really fun experience. I would definitely love to do more pitches in the near future, like coming down the lines, and like I would love to see myself grow and see how I evolve with my style of pitching.
Great. So what happens next for both of you guys and your agency and your product?
Yeah. So I recently hasn't come out yet, but I have just been accepted to CYstarters, so I'll be doing that this summer. So we'll like continue to work on it and have some more leadership and more guidance, because entrepreneurship is very new to me. I'm a designer at my core, so entrepreneurship is a new area for me. So I'm really excited. So we'll just see what happens next.
I also just got accepted into CYstarters.
CYstarters in the house.
Yeah, so I guess both of us will be working on our businesses this summer, working to grow it with a lot of like mentorship, which will be really nice. Again, the people who know the business stuff, which is maybe not our strong suit so much. So it'll be information that I don't normally have access to, and mentorship that we don't see on a daily basis. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, pushing it further this summer, growing it bigger, taking on more clients, and narrowing down my target audience.
Great. So I think one interesting thing both of you guys said is, I don't know if you both came into Iowa State with this entrepreneurial spirit, but it seems like that's a part of you that is starting to evolve. How important is it that Iowa State is kind of bringing this out in both of you?
I never imagined to do this kind of stuff. Like, I remember being a freshman and like hearing of Papa John's entrepreneurship. I'm just like, I don't really know what that is. Like, I was like, pizza. Like, I don't really know what exactly like it's about. And I'll just like hear about it, and then like finally actually sitting down and doing the research and being like, oh, like there's actually really cool opportunities out here. So I think like we'll just see where we go. But like this has really sparked something new in me. Like now I'm just curious, like what other competitions are out there? Like what more could I do? What other kind of like mentors and guidanceship is out there for me? And like who else kind of sees a value in this idea? Because like this is just a start.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I had a friend kind of randomly, a couple friends actually randomly, as I was talking about, my business idea and all this, they were like, you should do a pitch competition, because I do frequently for their classes. And I was just kind of like, I don't know about that. That's maybe not my thing. But then, the opportunity was brought up again, and I was like, well, why not? Why not just give it a try? And honestly, my first reaction to kind of you asking about entrepreneurial spirit and that kind of thing, I'm like, oh no, like, that's not my thing. But really, like, when I think about it, I kind of always, I think, had it in me a little bit. I grew up, well, always just like designing and doing crafts, and like everything creative that's what I've always done in my free time. But I would always, try and start these little like Etsy shops, or like I was always just trying to find a way to like sell the little things I was making, or I don't know. I think I have always had this kind of spark inside of me for something more, to do something bigger. And so I think it kind of has like naturally come out in a bigger way now. But yeah, I guess I kind of have always had it inside of me. And it's cool to kind of see that come full circle without really even realizing it.
Nice. Yeah, this was the, I guess, perfect venue for you guys to kind of realize
Right.
these things about yourself. So as we wrap things up, can you guys tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? Anything else you'd like to share?
Yeah. So I guess the Bolu pitch would be like, my name is Boluwarin Ojo. I'm a junior in industrial design at Iowa State University. And like I guess about myself, I've always kind of been involved here at Iowa State. Last year part of BSA, I was part of that community, so like Black Student Association. And this year, myself and Janssen started the Black Designer Society. So, like, I've always kind of been involved. I was a part of, like, Industrial Design Ambassadors. So I've always, like, really liked doing outreach and talking to people. So that's a bit about me. Creative at my core, true and true. Like, I just love crafting and, like, creating art and just working with my hands. And that's just always what I've done. And that's what pushed me to even join industrial design, was, like, being able to do product design and, like, work with my hands and, like, find a target user and find a problem and, like, that just like always catered to my skill set. So that's a bit about me and what I'm into and what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of same, actually, a little bit about as far as like working with my hands and things like that, which is actually why I specialize in packaging design, because I love seeing my designs come to life and I love working on, cool packages. But yeah, my name's Ella Janssen. Like we said earlier, I'm a junior in graphic design. I have a minor in communication studies as well. I don't know. I do a lot of designing in my free time, honestly, too. But I love thrifting. I love all things fashion. Really kind of creative all around the board. But yeah.
Thank you to both of you for stopping by today. I really appreciated it, and we had a really good conversation here. Congratulations again on
Thank
your
you.
awards. And thank you all again, whether you're watching or listening, for tuning into another episode of our podcast. We'll see you next time.